Hi there, welcome back again. We want to thank you for joining us. If this is your first time of clicking on our channel, we encourage you to subscribe, share, and like our videos. We appreciate your time, especially our loyal subscribers. We always thank you for creating that opportunity or that time to listen to our programs and also to the content we provide to you, the advice, the guidance, the direction, the extra information. So we always appreciate you watching us. Today we're going to focus on the reason why online is winning and why people are moving massively online. So this is something we're going to talk about today, and I'm going to give you eight reasons why you should invest now for an online program, why you should think about getting yourself involved or look around to study something online. So I'm going to give you 8 reasons that will make you be like, wow, that I should be thinking about this. I should have gone into this particular program earlier. So thanks again. I would encourage you to watch our last video where we did a wonderful episode about looking into time management, and also a couple of videos that we've talked about online learning. So if you are a working professional, if you're someone who just left school, if you're someone who was unable to complete their education, you've had issues in your past, you wanted to advance your career without any opportunity, and you're wondering to go back on to proceed to continue your education, we encourage you to watch one of our videos that will transform your overview and understanding about learning online. So here at this channel, we make sure that we inspire you so you can make an informed decision. So thanks for joining, and we appreciate your time. So we're going to start right away to look into the online learning, why it is winning now and why people are moving into it. Now, first of all, these are extraordinary times that we are living now. So there's something I want to point out, that online education, it's going to be the new normal. That's going to be the future. It will be the future on the way we learn. It will be the future on the way that companies encourage their staffs to develop themselves. It's going to be the new way on how working professionals will develop their skills. This thing of going back to school, abandoning your job, it's not going to be there anymore. So online education, it's what has come to stay, and that's the future. Number one, we're going to look into, we do have our notes always, we talk about that, we look into it to make sure we provide you with effective and reliable information. Now we're going to look about those professionals whom, for example, you were not able to complete your education as a result of financial challenges during your early years. You came from a large family, or you had early responsibility during your early ages, and you had difficulties for you to finish your university. For whatever reasons, could be for health reasons or for any other situation, you decided not to, or you were unable to complete your studies. Now, this particular situation may be different for each one of us. So we have different situations. So we're encouraging you here that there is hope. There is hope out there, and you can do it, because there are thousands and thousands of online universities offering accredited programs. If you are, for example, you had financial challenges, there are universities that can accommodate you now. If you were planning to study in a high-profile university, same high-profile universities offer online programs today. So this part of you not having finance in the future, you were not able to complete your education as a result of family issues, it's not a reason anymore. So we want to inspire you to go around the internet, click and Google and search programs that are out there that could meet your needs. Another thing also, that for some people who were professionals who were refused admissions in the past, because the truth is campus universities cannot accommodate everyone, because they're going to have applications that are thrown away as a result of the classroom size, regulatory issues. You can't have this number of students in one class as a result of XYZ. But in an online setting, you have none of these restrictions. There is no bricks and mortar in this situation. You have an opportunity for you to develop yourself in whatever aspect. So the years that you missed studying, you still have an opportunity for you to make that development, improve yourself. develop the skills that you need. There is no reason for not doing that now where we have this opportunity. In the past, of course, that's what's going to be possible. You could complain, but at this particular time, you have a chance for you to take that giant step of yours. Also, if you did not finish school, if you were a professional who someone who actually for some reason you went back to have your job in your early age, now you must have saved enough for you to go to do a particular program of your choice, of your own industry. There are millions of programs out there, so we are telling you that there is hope. You have a chance to develop yourself. The second thing we're going to look at here, online education is extremely cheap, less expensive, 100% less expensive. I assure you that. We take, for example, if you look at one of the renowned universities around the world, if you want to do a master's program, we did a video about this talking about expenses. We encourage you to check about that because, of course, in campus studies, there are lots of hidden costs out there. But with online studies, the basic cost you're looking at is the program cost. You look at the library cost, the technology cost. These are things that you can see. You don't have to pay extra for unnecessary things like residence permit. You'll find in a job for you to live around. You need to pay rents and stuff like that. No, online programs, if you have a study program that is £10,000, 10,000 US dollars or 10,000 euros, you just focus on that. You live in your comfortable home wherever you are in the world, and you just have to submit your application. Everything is done online. You Google out there, search your university of your choice, and you are able to spend 10,000 to graduate at a recognized, reputable institution. This is possible. All of this is just talk about you're gonna travel, go for visa, leave your family behind, going to study a program for 1 year, then to come back to your country to provide the knowledge. These things are gone. Nowadays, you may go to most universities, you're going to meet young professionals there, young students. If you are someone who have maybe 10-20 years of experience, I wonder what knowledge you're going to be getting from interacting. More is going to be theoretical part. You're going to be learning theory. But if you live in your own country, I mean, you're going to incur more cost while living in that country. If you go to the United States, you go to South Africa, go to Japan, come to the EU, for example, you come to study, you need a residence permit, you need all of these unnecessary expenditures. You're gonna be making sure that you spend for your residence permit to live in that country. So online studies, what we are saying here, is 100% less expensive as compared to campus studies. If you sum up the expenses that you're gonna get for studying on campus and the one you're going to get, you're gonna incur for studying online, you realize that the risk is just day and night. So we left that with you to make a decision. Now we're going to look into the third part here. We're talking about most Western companies nowadays recognize online education. Now, as we all know that people in developing countries and in the Western environment, they want to upgrade themselves to develop their skills. I don't know any company in the West that will say you studied in a reputable online university and then your degree will not be recognized. No, that is out of the question. So if you know that if your company tries to question in the 21st century an online learning program, you may want to think twice for working for that business. You want to figure out what is the reason, because I assure you most universities will provide you with accreditation issues. They will submit to you the reasons why they are accredited, because they are recognized by the Department of Education in those countries. So we want to encourage you to think about that. It's of importance that your company will recognize your online certificate, and you can work in any international body, because that's what is happening. So nobody was going to tell you that. So because I mean, if you have 10-15 years of experience, it will be difficult for you to see those professionals abandoning their job and going to a regular campus. Why not you? I'm talking to you who's listening to me. So I'm providing you this information that is going to be the new normal. Online study will be the new normal. So this is one of the reasons why we're telling you that you should be investing your career now in an online program. Another point we're going to talk about here are some of the best universities of your dream that you've been anticipating to study in. These are institutions that are running online program. Let's take, for example, one of the most beautiful universities in the UK now are investing. Harvard, the rest in the UK, they are doing in Harvard in the US, so to say, University College London, the rest in the UK are pumping in resources into online learning. This is to tell you that they may have campus there, but the potentials in online learning and the population, the crowd that online education is pulling nowadays is what it's going to be for the future. So online learning is winning big time. So again, you can take this opportunity. Another thing we're going to look into here is you are in control of your own career. You know, when you study online, the good thing is you can structure yourself correctly. You know how to manage things. You can walk away. You know what to do at what time. You have full control over your own family, your own lifestyle. Nothing is going to change. I think we did a video about the possibilities about this. We encourage you to check on one of our videos out there on our page, so you'll be able to get a better picture. Now you have absolute control. You can work alongside your family. You can spend time with your kids. You can spend time with your husband or your wife. You can visit family members, but you can't just do this when you are doing the 8 a.m. to around 4 p.m. mode of study, you know. So we encourage you that you have absolute control over your own schedule. You have your full-time job on one side. You can interact with your family. You may have even the support of your own family members. They're going to support you. They're going to encourage you. You have peers around you. Instead of you studying in a kind of isolated location around the world in a different country where you're going to face a lot of challenges, we leave that to you to make that judgment. Another stuff here we will look at also is that for example, if you study online, you become an asset for your own organization. Most companies now are moving their resources online. They won't have this chance where they're going to put, especially companies in the developing countries, they will bundle a group of people, send them abroad, pay huge sums of air tickets. They will come to Europe or to the United States or to whatever country within the African continent or in Asia or in Latin America to go and study while leaving their jobs behind. I mean, there are people, high rates of unemployment, and you're looking for people to work, but a group of people will leave their job and travel to come and study for 1 year. And this is not practical. Why not sit back there, do the program online where you will have access, huge level of interactions with professionals in that same industry. So there is just no need for you to leave your full-time job and you go in to study in another country. It's of no use, because if you're studying online, you will become an asset to your company. You can apply the knowledge at the same time while you study. You can develop yourself. What you learn in class, you can apply that to work. And what you do in your project in the field, you can bring that into the classroom. You can discuss a lot of interaction going on. The last point we're going to talk about here, why online is winning big time, is because it's about the strong network. When you study online, you're going to meet all sorts of people with different backgrounds. I mean, if you're in a classroom of 20 professionals, you will be interacting with them on a daily basis. You build your network, you build your strong connections, you can develop yourself. It also widens your cultural understanding about how other communities and other sectors operate in different regions. It only helps to develop you. So there is just no difference for you to, there's just no need rather for you to leave your current education, going to study on campus where you leave your 10 or 15 years of experience job, or even 5 years, and you want to study and go back. In most cases, we did a video about brain drain, so we want to encourage you to watch that. brain drain from wherever location you're coming from. Brain drain happens in almost every part of the world. So we want to encourage you to watch that video. It's going to inspire you, and you will see the solutions that need to be implemented to mitigate that part of the social problem which is going on. Now, having talked about building your experience, you will develop your network. You can grow in your own particular area, and from that part you may build relationship with people where they may recommend you in the future in terms of jobs openings in the future. You're gonna have that because everyone you are in the classroom are working in some kind of industry. You never know where the luck comes. So we're encouraging you. That is the reason why you should be investing your time focusing on developing your career online. If this video inspires you, we want to encourage you that you can make the first step. A journey to 1,000 miles begins with a step. If you make the first step now, you have a chance to be graduating hopefully next year. If you are able to commit yourself, you can't say that the years are gone when you were not able to finish your education. That question is out of concern. You should be focusing now on making the selections. If you have any doubt or any questions you want to focus on, we will encourage you to drop your question in our comment section. We will be glad to provide you with answers. If you think otherwise, that what we are saying here is contrary to your own reasoning or how you perceive it, then we want to hear from you in our comment section. We hope that this video has inspired you. We are talking to you who is watching us now. We hope this video has inspired you and you're going to make an informed decision and you can be encouraged. And there is something I just wanted to point out about accreditation. We did a video about accreditation. You can go and watch that. Accreditation is so important. Now, these renowned universities offer wonderful accreditation. Most of them are recognized by the Department of Education, and some also extend to have professional accreditation, which tied to your qualification. You're not going to have this anywhere else. You may have to travel and study, have experience in this industry before having this professional recognition. But in this particular case, in most online programs, you have the academic part, then you have the professional part. Both marries together and provide you with absolute readiness to focus on your next project. So thanks again for watching. If we have inspired you, we would like you to share our video, send it to your network and your friends. Hopefully we'll be looking forward to meeting you and receiving questions from you so we can assist you again with whatever part of learning in an online setting. Provide your question. We have videos about the techniques on how to advance your careers, how to support yourself during online learning, how to search for study materials. We have a video about that. We also have videos that will provide you techniques on how to study successfully, about projects, an online classroom, how it looks like. We've explained that to you, the steps, the graduation process. We've done lots of videos that would inspire you and motivate you for you to make a decision to start studying now. Well, if I were you, I would start making that search now. And if you have any question, feel free to reach out to us. Thanks so much. We are looking forward to meeting you for our next video. Bye-bye.